So, everybody, welcome to episode 12 of Two Pilots, One Cockpit. I am your co-pilot, Teddy. Near me somewhere here is our other pilot, Maverick. And then we have a guest pilot today. Everybody, it is Rob from Robbfilms.
Oh, it burns! Hang on. Okay, you know what? I've had enough. Whoa. That is so salty. Oh, God. No. Holy shit. Horse in a bucket of that's the best one I've ever made. Why is it doing that? Okay, it's good. Straight up, it's good.
From TikTok.
Hold on one second. I thought he was our flight attendant.
No. He's the co-pilot the Coco pilot.
So there's three of us. The three-headed snake here. Like
When one of you get out the window, I'll grab your legs and keep you in the.
Oh my god!
He's with all the malfunctions they've been having on planes.
Oh Jesus!
You might have to hold somebody by the ankles.
That's right.
Dangling out like 30,000 feet in the air.
I'd like to add here real quick, Rob, that you are officially our first guest.
Oh my god, that's an honor.
Yeah. So here's the thing.
Pressure's on.
Insert applause sound here.
Yay! I used to have a soundbite, but I don't now. I'll do this instead.
What are you doing,
I don't know
step bro?
Would you fart again?
Oh,
What are you doing, step bro?
What are you doing? He's got his stream deck and he's got a few weird things plugged in there.
Anyways, first guest ever. We're gonna start doing this a little more often, but I was excited when Teddy showed me your videos. I'm like, oh, we're gonna have fun with this guy. We're gonna have fun with this guy.
Going through a list of like, we had another guy lined up to do a 1-2. It fell through.
We're not talking about that.
I know, it was upsetting, but I went through a list of the whole thing. Maverick was going through a list of the whole thing, and I was like, who have like I actually had rapport with on you, because you don't always talk to the people that you follow on TikTok. You're also not following a million people. I am now, because I flip-flopped my roles. I'm not content creator on my own page. We do this, but I'm more of a TikTok watcher now than a content creator. And when I was a content creator, you don't follow that many people, and then you don't have that many conversations. But because like we were just talking before we started this, that you and I have been following each other basically since the beginning of the boom of TikTok happened during COVID.
Just like weeks before COVID. Crazy.
Yeah.
It was weeks before COVID?
Yeah, something like that. I mean, I didn't have a TikTok until literally like weeks before COVID.
Wow, so you actually are a TikTok late bloomer per se.
Kind of, yeah. I was back on when like the Meepons was trending.
You know what got me into TikTok?
The same way.
My fucking wife.
That's the thing. I was so anti-TikTok because in the beginning stages of TikTok, everybody was like, it's a dancing app for teens. And it's people lip syncing. I'm like, why the fuck? I don't want to watch any of this shit. And then my wife's on all the time. I'm like, what are you actually watching? She starts showing me it's like other things. And I was like, oh. And I had already been streaming. And I was only posting to like Instagram when I was doing like gaming content creation. And I was like, maybe. And this is when streaming on TikTok, like video game thing, was like the top watched thing for so long during COVID. Now it's on the downtrend, but it was like the thing. And I was like, you know what? I'm posting. We're doing this. It's going to be a thing. And I had massed over 10K. And then I just like, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm okay.
I got to the same point. I got to ask
Rob and I following us. No, we're not talking about you. Me and Rob. Rob, hi. You look at you, gorgeous. We had followed each
I want to know
other.
about you too.
No, we don't. No, we don't want to know about Matt. Let me tell you all you need to know about him. He sucks.
Facts.
That's
I do.
That's all you need to know about him.
Yeah.
We followed each other way early. Way early. I was there when you were doing your first espresso videos, your first Dollar General videos, when you would go to Dollar Tree and do that. Oh God, what a time to be alive.
Yeah.
What an absolute time.
Yeah. I there's days that I'm like, man, I love being like I have a thing on TikTok. You know, it makes content creation easy. I know what I don't have to, you know, come up with some crazy brand new thing to reach people. I know what I want to set out. Okay, hey, you want to see me do rice in my espresso machine? You want to see me carbonate, you know, flat soda? By all means. And then there's days that I'm like, I didn't get kicked out of college to do this. You know what I mean? Like I'm here poisoning myself online for people.
2024 is a weird time, man.
It's good content though. What made you decide to go in that direction to begin with, honestly?
So I've been chronically online my whole life in terms of like I was a YouTuber back a long time ago. I thought I could make it big on YouTube when they started monetizing that. And then they changed the policies during like adpocalypse and all this stuff. So I was like, fuck YouTube. Can I say that? Can I say that?
It's YouTube.
Fuck YouTube.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Like, fuck YouTube. And then Instagram, I was like, I don't, you know, that's not my thing because I'm not like creating aesthetic videos or whatever.
Yeah.
And then TikTok came around and I'm like, hey, I could get behind. Oh, Vine. I loved Vine.
Bro,
Vine
is the OG, dude.
Listen, if we're talking about the peak of society was 1994 to like 2011 was peak society. After that, everything is
The beginning of the crumble for me started when Yik Yak disappeared because I loved Yik Yak and that thing was great. Because I was on a college campus that I got kicked out of, and they did Yik Yak, and I was like, dude, this is great because everybody's just dropping numbers and telling like all the gossip about what's going on the floor below you and stuff. Anyways, so I you know started making just TikToks about anything because I need a creative outlet. And so it was sketches, it was little ideas here and there, things I thought was funny, commentary, stitches, whatever. And then like one day I'm eating dinner. Let me back that up. You guys watch The Office?
Who doesn't? I live near Scranton, man.
I've never seen it.
Okay,
I don't watch TV that much.
Okay. I'll fill you in. There's an episode where the entire office, they get a brand new espresso machine. That's one of those pod system ones. And like by the end of the episode, they've like torn up the carpet. Like literally they're like, there's wood floor under here. It's hilarious. So I looked over at my girlfriend at the time. She's not my fiance. And I was like, I would love one of those. I've always wanted one of those. Those look great. She was like, oh, okay. So then for our anniversary, she saved up. And it was like a big deal because we were like broke living in a nothing apartment at that time. And she bought it for me and I was like, this is the best gift ever. And then one day, I think this is after we moved, or it may have started while we were still in the apartment. One day we were eating dinner and I think we were having pasta and we had a thing of Parmesan on the table. And I looked at her and I go, I'm about to go viral. And she goes, what do you mean? And I didn't say a word. And I just started making the first espresso video where I just filled the cap.
Espresso?
Maybe it was garlic. No, it was the Parmesan, the first one.
I remember your Parmesan video.
Yeah, and so I filled the capsule up. I threw it in there. I made it, and I downed it. I think I gagged or something.
You did.
And blew up overnight. And I was like, there's something here. So the next day I did garlic powder, which was way worse. And then
for that too.
Yeah.
People always in your comments are like, do garlic powder. You're like, look, man.
So yeah, from there on, people were commenting and stuff. And then I took a hiatus around like 2021 to 2023-ish, or 2022 to 2023, something like that. I took a hiatus, kind of dialed back my posting. And then like I've made recently a New Year's resolution to make content again this year and like do it every day. And like at least for 3 months till March, I'm going to post either an espresso video or a carbonation, like one of those high quality videos every day until March, figure out my metrics, take it from there. But every day this year I will be posting, and like it's been a huge commitment. It's a shitload of work. But it's really, really fun.
Yeah. People don't understand how much work goes into that shit, honestly.
Yeah. That's why I stopped doing content creation because I like trying to find clips while I'm playing and all this stuff. I'm like, this is too much. I'm like, I spend hours a day editing all this stuff.
Only for it to get like 300 fucking views. Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? I really don't want to do this. We do this right now, the podcast. We switched platforms and we talked about it. We talked about it when I stopped streaming before Maverick did, and I was helping manage his account for like getting him like sponsorships and whatnot while he was streaming. And then we just talked about, we're like, you know what? it's not worth the hassle. It's way too much work right now. Let's just do something we enjoy. We enjoy hanging out together. People we think enjoy listening to us talk, at least the handful of people that we played with.
Yeah, so this is a whole other thing too with TikTok. So like I came from YouTube, so like my humor was like lewd and crass. I had this video on YouTube, dude. It's one of my favorite videos I ever made. It was called like Makona's Secrets to the Soul, and I played this character named Makona. He's like a beatnik. He's super hippie, super like spiritual guy, and he's just like sitting cross-legged, and he's like, "I will teach you the greatest secret of the spirit realm today." And he's like, "I will astral project." And he goes, and then this translucent version of myself steps out of my body, and I'm ass naked. And I'm like, "You don't keep your clothes in the spirit realm." You know, like that's the whole point of the video. Like, dude, my dick out. Like, I've censored it and stuff. That was actually like the second week I was dating my fiance. I was like, "Hey, hold the camera here. I got to roast."
She stayed with you.
Yeah. And but like that content,
That's
I
love,
love
baby.
that kind of stuff. Yeah, exactly. She was like, "Wow, it's so small."
I can make it work. I can fix it.
Like, you don't even have to censor that. That's a pixel. But so yeah, I love that kind of content. And then like you go to TikTok, which is very, very like policed, you know, like it's very, very narrow.
It wasn't in the beginning.
No,
I know,
In
dude.
2020, it was Wild West,
Yes.
and then
You remember the
everything.
cartel? Yeah, we were watching the cartel butcher people at TikTok for a little bit. But yeah, it was cool. I've had to completely like do a 360 with my content. Like I feel like you ever see Bob Saget do interviews where you're like, "That's fucking Danny Tanner." Like he's talking about like
his
out. Like,
stand-ups
how
and
it's
stuff
cool.
and
Dude,
stuff.
he's
are
raunchy as fuck.
Wild.
Yeah,
He's
I
actually
love-
a hero of mine.
Yeah, so I have to be very like PC on TikTok and very like reserved, and I have to cut out a lot of my jokes, unfortunately, because like it's very train of thought when I'm filming these things, and just whatever flows out, and I'm like, okay, that can't make the cut. And I've had things like today, TikTok. I posted a video, the recap video, and I put in the thing like, hey, trigger warning, gagging, because that's something you got to do on TikTok now. And TikTok saw that and suspended my video for the first like 30 minutes of posting because they were like, "We need to look into this because you said gagging and that's a sex move. So we're gonna look into that." It's like, really, man?
Not anyone that I've performed. You know what I'm saying? Hey, when TikTok did start first policing stuff, I remember I was doing a live feed, and I was just sitting. I was hunting, but I was sitting in the woods. You couldn't see anything, and I just put like hunting early morning. It was like the sunrise, and I'm just sitting there, and it's just like filming the woods, and I'm talking. Yeah. Banned live video. Like,
if the gun just like pops up in the screen
I had it like on the ground. I was like out here doing the sky. Banned.
For me, it was the cartoon butt.
Wild.
Do you remember that, Teddy?
The cartoon what?
The cartoon butt get clapped. For me.
Oh yeah, Batman.
So I used to do so when we were playing Call of Duty and doing content for FPS, like first person shooters, I would do a get clapped video where I would do some insane play, and at the end I would say, "You should make a phone call, 1-800-GET-CLAPPED," and I showed it.
Oh, there's just a picture of the
little picture of a cartoon butt that made the P's in Get Clapped, and they muted and got rid of every single fucking video that I did that in.
So, I want us to be factual and not deal in like fantasy world stuff. When you say you hit a wild clip or a crazy clip,
I killed like 1 or 2 people.
There you go. I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page here.
Just so everyone's wondering, that's actually why I quit streaming, because I'm really not as good as I thought I was.
I hit a headshot. Wild.
When I jump onto Warzone with my friends, like I'll be like, "Oh, I'll be on later," and like my name comes up. Bloop, the first thing I hear is like, which is like never great to hear from your friends when you jump on Warzone. And then I'm always first down. And I'm like, no.
That's right. If you want to play with us,
oh yeah, dude,
I'll carry both of you.
Yes,
please.
I
already put Maverick in my backpack. I'm like, all right, let's go.
During Vanguard, I did run a guy I called Katana Man, and I was just, as it sounds, just all speed, all stealth, just run Katana. And I mean, my kill streaks on that were ridiculous. It had no business being that good. People were like, "That is the stupidest build in the world." I'm like, "Yeah, well, why is my KD score like 4-0? So."
Maverick and I used to run explosive crossbows for the longest time, just because it was fun. And we kept winning. I think what was our win streak
that one night? That one night we had won 13 games in a row on Rebirth.
On Rebirth Island, yeah.
13 games in a row.
And using like dumb stuff. We weren't using like real cloud. We were using like explosive crossbows and pistols. Like
that was like the
crazy.
peak of my streaming career.
Yeah, those were good times. And then it went into like I started running Cali sticks and just to get reactions out of people. Like you beat them down, they're like, "What the fuck is this shit?" And you're like, "I'm under your skin." It's great. It's great. I love doing that stuff. But if you want to play with us, we definitely can. 100%.
Yeah, why not?
Rob, I want to talk to you about something.
Yeah, let's talk about
you recently, as in like this last week, posted a video about your P.O. box.
Yes,
that is a crucial thing for content creators, and I'm super excited that you're on that stage of content creation. First off, have you gotten any wild stuff in the P.O. box yet?
Yes. As of yesterday, I did. So the video is on my TikTok right now, but somebody sent me, I think, pot. So it didn't smell like pot, and trust me, I know what pot smells like. It was shroomy. It smelled shroomy, and it was also kind of suspicious because the way that they sealed the tube, it had like some like singed cotton at the end of the tube, and I'm like, this is really weird.
I definitely would be careful with that.
I've given it away. But the stickers were cool, and I liked that. So it made me trust the guy's brand, that he has like a literal brand and an image. But like, I'm like, dude, I don't know. I'm not going to ingest stuff like that. If it's coming from a stranger, introduce yourself first. Then we could do drugs together, you know?
Well, so here's the thing. Like, we're not shy to promote recreational usage. In fact,
in Michigan, we're completely legal over there.
I was going to ask you. I don't know the laws in Michigan.
Hell yeah, bro!
Yeah, see that? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I did take half a gummy and rip this twice before we started today because I wanted to be loose. Baby.
Teddy's famous line that he uses at the end of every episode is "Don't drink and drive, smoke and fly." Yeah. So I got to ask you if somebody has ever commented, or if you plan on it, making a devil's lettuce espresso.
Oh,
so yes, I would love to, and I can't go on record and say that I have. But if you want to see that, there is a video on my channel that you can watch called
hypothetically
Cash Espresso. I didn't do it, but that's where you can go if you want to see something like that. But I have with my job and everything, even though it is recreational in Michigan, I got to be very careful about what is put out there. So because my job is like works alongside with like supervising divisions and stuff like that. So stupid stuff. I hate it, but that's just the world we live in.
Hey, we got to pay the bills, baby. You know what I mean?
You gotta be careful making espresso out of that. Like a little too much will send you.
Oh my
down.
God.
You're going to be holding onto the earth and just praying that it's over.
Yeah. When I was younger, I spent probably 3.5 years of my life high from the time, start of the year, end of the year. It was cool. I had to stop. I'm not I know it exists for people, but I am not a productive high person. And then I stopped, and my tolerance has gotten so low that like now when I smoke it, I get scared. I'll be like, my friends don't like me. The police are here. Even though it's legal, they're going to get me on something else, So I don't like that feeling so much. So what I do now is I have these little gummies that I eat, and I lock all the doors like a meth addict. And I'll stare out the window and make sure the police aren't coming. And I just enjoy that.
I could just imagine you sitting in the dark looking out the window. Like
there's just one beat of light.
Is this all strains, or that sounds very much like a sativa thing?
Yes.
Well, so my fiance is the creative director of a notable weed brand here in Michigan.
Oh, cool. And you have a hookup too?
Dude, my house, if I open a cupboard, like things just fall out. Like we have goodie bags for people that
I am so happy you're my friend now.
That UPS sure gives you a goodie bag.
You guys come over to Michigan. You can stop on by.
I'm down.
Goodie bag.
That's like probably the halfway point between me and Teddy.
Yeah.
Maybe more than halfway, but
wait, where are you?
I'm outside of Chicago.
Oh, okay.
He's
Cool.
in a cool place called Sandwich.
Yeah.
English. That's a fun name.
Sandwich,
And they have the
Illinois.
Sandwich Police.
Yep.
You're
Yeah,
not
we do.
Southern Illinois. You're
No.
just.
I'm literally like an hour and 20 minutes southwest of Chicago.
Okay. Southern Illinois scares me.
It's a
Do you
completely
guys
different
know?
state.
Okay, I can't say his name,
Yep.
but there is a very notable, very probably the most famous reptile creator on YouTube and social media. And I did content with him one time back when I was doing freelance, and I was filling in for somebody, and we went down to Southern Illinois to look at a cricket farm. The weirdest experience of my life. Everything there stunk. Everything tasted like frogs. And the dude like cried in front of me. It was not. He drove. We drove to like Southern Illinois, which Chicago from Michigan, super easy. Southern Illinois, all of a sudden turns into a huge trip.
Yeah, you can drive for 6 hours from my house to Southern Illinois before you get out of the state.
Yeah, it was.
Illinois is a long
like
fucking
9-hour
state,
journey.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's. But a really weird experience for me with Southern Illinois. Just peppering that in there for you.
Oh, jeez.
Go to Southern Illinois.
Stay the fuck away.
That's my recommendation. Yeah, I do this fun thing in the morning because the chalk at the bottom, in my opinion, is all of that energy juice. That's what gets you. So I do this really fun thing in the morning where I have my G Fuel, and then I got my Zyn, and then I have my Adderall.
Oh
and then
my god!
I wait for it. I wait for it. I'll pop the upper decky in. I'll wait till I'm down to the last bit of the G Fuel. But before the top of the G Fuel, I'm using it to take the Adderall. And then over the next 20 minutes, we wean it down, upper decky in. And then as soon as I feel that spark, down the sludge in the bottom. And I call it doing the ley line because I become a wizard for a moment. I go. And I drive to work like that every day.
You shall not pass.
Yeah, and my doctor said my heart's doing fine, so I can keep it up.
I can imagine that just for a moment, everything's like, you remember old school TVs when you turn them on, it'd be like bright flash of white. Yeah, exactly. That's just for a moment, you go supersonic, you travel around the globe, and then you're right back into your body again.
The world becomes the upside down, and then it's boom. Yeah.
I don't know if I can handle that. I might have a meltdown.
I went from downers to like heavy uppers.
Fuck that. Are you partnered with your carbonation machine thingy? What is that called?
So, okay, Ultimacosa, I love them so much. That's the coolest brand I've ever worked with.
Ultimaco, you said?
I'm not Ultimacosa.
Okay. Oh my god.
They've sent me so much stuff that like my accountant was like, okay, we're gonna have to start factoring this into your taxes. It is like some of the best equipment I've ever used in the kitchen. They're so cool. I'm not an official partner or anything, but I have like an agent for them. Basically, they keep emailing me like every other day. They'll be like, Rob, thank you so much. Oh my god, your videos. They repost every single one of my videos. They message me. They comment on all my videos. Like, it's crazy the amount of involvement. And they've like straight up been like, we have seen sales because of you. I think so. I don't know too much about Ultimacosa, but I'm pretty sure it's like a Chinese-based manufacturer. And they've done that thing that businesses do when they get big and want to be like legitimate, where they create an Ultimacosa US, an Ultimacosa UK, Ultimacosa Canada. Yeah. So as far as Ultimacosa US goes, I'm their like point of contact guy. Like that for social media stuff. I've seen a ton of other creators that they sent stuff to, but like consistently my stuff is trending for them. They invited me to a trade show this month.
Oh, hell yeah, man.
And I asked them, I'm trying to see if they'll pay for lodging and stuff. Because it's in Chicago, actually. Dude, maybe we should work on something.
That'd be fucking sick.
That would be
hey, Teddy, I'm picking up what you're throwing down.
It's ass, cash, or grass, baby. You gotta pay the price, Maverick.
I mean, I've explained I already have grass, and Ultimacosa might come with gas. So that leaves us with only one option, buddy.
Give me that ass. Oh my god, so out of focus.
So, do you have that Ultimacosa in your TikTok shop?
Yes. Yeah, I have the soda maker, and I have the espresso machine in my TikTok shop. They've just sent me air fryer, and an ice cube maker. I can't really do much with the air fryer, but the ice cube maker is going to be a new
some
series.
cool shit with that, dude.
Yeah. And so that's going to be a new series, but that's only available in Canada right now, so I'm not really selling those. Just fun stuff. They are so supportive of me. Like,
that's awesome.
Like, almost shit talked them, and they're like, "We love you." Like, I literally in my last video, I was like, "I'm Ultima Kosa's bitch now," and I like set the thing down, and they were like, "We love Rob," and I was just like, "Yes, Daddy," and they were like liking it. I'm like, "You guys are crazy." But I swear to God, so I've worked with Chinese companies in the past. They don't give a fuck, dude. They want results. They don't care what happens.
Any publicity is good publicity, baby. That's what it's all about. Cool.
We already know I like uppers.
And Deckers.
Where's Endeckers?
Little Deckers? What flavor you got right now?
I'm a menthol boy. I'm Detroit. What are you talking about?
I'm a Zinni boy myself. I'm just saying.
So check this out. Oh, hell yeah. Dude,
I love coffee. Coffee is the best.
Agree to disagree, I guess. I like spearmint as my second go-to.
Spearmint's good.
I'll like a cinnamon sometimes, but anyways. So check this out. This is a crazy cool brand. Tiza. Have you ever heard of these guys?
No.
So they make. I don't like this flavor. I just tried it for the first time today. It's these are non-nicotine pouches, and like I originally tried these when I was trying to quit, and then I liked both of them too much, so I just do both now. But so this one's mango habanero, and it's tea. It's tea in a pouch that they have like some sort of like a sweetener or whatever.
Mango habanero.
Yeah, so I really like when like the Zin kicks, and it makes me want to sneeze. So like I was like, the habanero is probably going to do it. This one's sponsored by some Matt Frivola. So their tea stuff is like loaded with like B12 and caffeine and like vitamin A and all this stuff. So like when you pop one in, you don't get like a head rush like nicotine, but you feel good. Like you straight up feel like you're just like, you're awake. It's like a steady drip of coffee kind of a thing. I love them. And their tropical flavor, dude, if I got sponsored by those guys, I would like, my life would be complete because their tropical flavor is so good. Mango habanero, not for me. It's for somebody. I could tell it's one of those things that's like so specific that somebody's got to love it, but it's not for me. But the tropical, man, oh my God, it's so good.
I'm going to make a video of you saying that, and I'm going to tag you like a shit ton in all short form coming up here soon. So sorry, not sorry.
Okay, so speaking of tropical, I just had Maverick. He finally caved. He's starting to listen to me about things. I told him about bao buns. I don't know. You strike me as a person who would know what that is. Then he's very uneducated in the ways of food. So my profession is a chef.
I'm vanilla.
Oh, nice.
You're vanilla. So I've been an executive chef for like the past 8 years. I've been a chef for the past like 13 years. So I tell him about things all the time. He's finally getting on the train with some of the stuff. But you said tropical. That spiked my memory. I don't know if you can see this. This is
boom.
Is that the nose thing?
Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think of those?
They're
awesome.
fucking amazing, dude.
They're so good. They give you like that little kick, and you're like,
right. So I mean, those are poppers, right? Like those are just like basically poppers.
You remember the old Vicks? Oh, I mean, poppers. Let's not. If you want to talk about poppers, that's VHS cleaner, and what that did was it loosened up your butthole so you could have gay sex.
Yeah, but like it made you feel good. Listen, I've never felt good with a tight butthole. If you catch that drift.
Who has? So these are like, if you remember, like when because you're roughly our age, right? How old are you, Rob?
I guess.
You're 36.
Well, I want to say no. I think he's a lot younger than that. It's just the Greek facial hair. It's I want to say you're 29.
Okay.
My guess was 36.
Oh, guys, I'm 19.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
No, I'm kidding.
No fucking way, you're 19. Get out of here.
I love going on comms on games and telling people I'm like 9, but then I'll be like, well, I'm 8.5 actually. But
puberty.
It's early. So good. No, I'm 27. I'm 27.
Okay, I was so Greek facial hair. No, you can tell he's got a baby face, but the facial hair is just like a mask for him.
I should say 28. I'm 28 in 3-4 days. So
hey, I have a March birthday too.
I knew you were a little bit younger, but when you were a kid and growing up, well, especially because you said that you were partaking in the fun stuff growing up, everybody had like a Vicks Like
I love that.
It's the same thing, but these are like way better. It doesn't smell like
better
straight
scents,
menthol
flavors, or whatever you want to say.
This is the reason I like menthols in. Literally the reason I like menthols in.
But they have like a cinnamon one, which is great. They have the mint one, wintergreen, all this stuff. I love these things. We're not sponsored or affiliated at all. I used to buy these because
what are you talking about, Teddy? They are a sponsor of the podcast. Thank you, Boom Boom, for your sponsoring.
So much, Boom Boom, for everything you've done for us. You've really just wow. Juju who? What?
Don't say that. We're fucking you dick.
You got me all turned around.
I'm sorry.
You guys need to diversify your sponsors. Yeah, we got Boom Boom, Juju, Come Butthole.
Don't tempt me with a good time.
Every
episode, there's a new sponsor.
Oh, yeah, nice. we have new sponsors every episode.
Yeah, why not? We're gonna talk about your platform real quick, Rob, and we're gonna ask you what's the worst thing you've ever had. As I know, the seltzer's more new. But the worst thing you've ever had as an espresso, and the worst thing you've ever had as a seltzer, and then the vice versa, the best thing you've ever had as an espresso, and the best thing you've ever had as a seltzer.
Okay. Do you want me to just fire them off?
Yeah. Fire.
Okay.
Give them to me.
So, hang on. Gotta burp it up. Gotta get ready. Okay. So, espresso-wise, the worst thing I ever had is probably still wasabi. That is the one that made me like that was so bad I had to like rethink how I do my videos because like I almost landed in the hospital from it.
Yeah.
So and it's my own fault. It's my own fault because and I probably shouldn't be saying this, but like for that video with my channel, what you see is what you get. Like if I say I'm doing something, I do it. Sometimes the machine clogs and I'll only have a little bit. And that pisses me off because I want to have like a big, good reaction.
Yeah.
So I will do that 10 times over or something. Well, with the wasabi one, the machine was clogging because it swells up. So what I was essentially doing was isolating that wasabi down to, the heaviest amount. And I filled up a cup with it. And that's what I shot back. And that ruined me. Like immediately my nervous system went on overdrive. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't talk. Like it was a nightmare. And then I was screwed for the whole night. Like I just laid in bed in the fetal position. It sucked. And it made me reevaluate, obviously, like the kind of shit I'm doing.
It's funny how you're talking about you're poisoning yourself, but you start your fucking morning with a Zinni and G Fuel. Like
he starts his morning.
I gotta choose where I'm getting it. Like I
he starts his morning as the human embodiment of TV static. He's just Tingle. That's it. He just presents himself.
I love heart palpitations. I hate kidney failure. Okay, that's the
give and take, baby. Give and take.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So that's the worst. This, but I got to be honest. There's such a close contender for what is the worst, and it's the Kentucky Fried Extra Crispy Chicken Skins. I did that one. And I was puking for like 20 hours.
Wait, that was actually espressoed? I gotta watch that video.
It was terrible. I don't even know. So here's the thing. TikTok has muted like a whole library of my stuff. So I don't really know what is still up and what isn't. So that's why I'm kind of revisiting some of this old stuff. There's certain ones, obviously, I won't redo, and I'll try and repost.
Like that one? Fuck that.
Like that one, because I don't know what it was, but the grease, I drank this much grease. So like, it just isolated all the grease, and I shot it back. And the way it just coated my stomach, dude, I was puking. Like I was hugging the bowl of my toilet for 20 hours. It sucked. Dude. Yeah.
Have you ever called in sick to work from this shit?
No.
Make sure there's a buffer. There's gotta be a buffer day.
Yeah.
Probably do that on a Friday night, so you have the whole fucking weekend to just recoup.
I try to bulk my content, so like I'll try and film like 5 videos on like a Sunday night.
Imagine doing the wasabi and the KFC skins in the same fucking day.
What I learned was you start with the ones you know that are going to be good, and you end on the fucked up ones because that might ruin the night. And I've had nights where like midway through, I'm like, this is really bad. We're stopping here. So I'll, if someone wants like Swiss Miss, let's start with that. Okay, cereal next, sure, why not? Bouillon cube, okay, we're getting into some territory that might mess me up. Whatever. Wasabi, that's gonna be the last one if I can manage. So there's a science to it.
It's a method to the madness.
Yeah. Now the best ones I've done, the best espresso I've done brand new as of like a few weeks ago was the banana chips with the cold foam.
Yes,
dude.
I saw you have
somebody,
a fucking epiphany.
Somebody could make money selling that. It won't be me. I don't do physical product like that. But like, dude,
I mean,
you could open a shop selling those. It is.
Okay,
I mean,
well,
so it makes sense, right? Like in Korea, banana
here.
milk. Yeah, banana milk is like huge over in Korea. So like,
hey, how do you milk a banana?
You've got well, the titties are on the.
Do you just
bottom.
like
yeah, it's on the bottom.
Yeah.
like
So yeah, it's exactly how you think.
okay.
Yeah.
It's a very specific profession. Yeah, so the banana was great.
I have nipples, Rob. Can you milk me?
Hey man, it's got a teat.
You did the banana chips with water, correct?
So I did it with water. But that was fine because all that was doing was rehydrating the banana. Like it just basically was like pulverizing a banana. And then the cold foam on the top was just like the beautiful finish.
Yeah. Have you considered doing it with milk? Like steaming milk?
Yeah, like popping that over the top. I mean, that was kind of the purpose of the cold foam because like I can't put milk into the machine, so it just runs water through either way. You're getting watery banana, but it wasn't watery. It was like spot on. So yeah, that's the best. Second favorite is Oreo espresso. That's something like I make for people when they come over. I'm like, you got to try this, and I'll run it through the machine. And I'm like, holy shit, I didn't know. Yeah, did you know you can make a cake out of Oreos in a mug in the microwave? Yeah,
I've actually done that with my daughter. Yeah.
Same principle.
Oreos are vegan?
Yeah, my sister's all about she's vegan.
But they're not in the UK because they have we have things that are like double A and single A dairy but there's because it's so processed in a lot of places in the US because we ship it from everywhere, the quality is so bad. But because of that, Oreo didn't want to use it, so they used like a soy-based, oil-based.
Yeah.
But like in the UK, all the dairy farms are like it's a small island, so they're producing them there. Yeah.
Do you know? Do you follow like Adam Ragusa on YouTube? Like the food science creators, those kind of people. That's like one of my favorites.
Yeah, a few, but not many.
Yeah, I love that stuff.
Hell
yeah. So the worst or the best? That's the best and the worst espressos. You want to talk?
Yeah. And then now seltzers. So I know that you haven't done a crazy amount of seltzers yet.
Yeah.
So far, I'm assuming hot sauce has got to be bad.
No, that one it was shocking, but it was what I bartered for. The whiskey caught me really off guard.
Whiskey? You took he carbonated the whiskey and then he took a breath. He put his nose in.
Yeah.
I was like, my man.
I'm trying to do it the way you would do it, right? Like if you're gonna taste whiskey, taste fucking whiskey. Same thing with the wine. I was doing it with the wine that way. The wine was so good.
I bet the wine was fucking delicious.
I don't know if you're wine guys, but like, dude, it aerated the wine in seconds. It was so fucking good.
Was it fizzy about the wine?
Yeah, but in a pleasurable way, like in an appealing type of.
So when you carbonate stuff, does it get like you know how they're like Sprite? That'll make your fucking eyes water.
Yeah.
Does it heavily carbonate?
It depends on it totally depends on how much you want to do. Like
and what it is.
The amount of pumps, and what it is truly. Ooh. But the amount of pumps you put in, like let's just use water as the baseline. Like if I pump it 3 times, it's as sparkling as like LaCroix. If I pump it like 6 times, it's as sparkling as disgusting. Like McDonald's Sprite. If I pump it like 9 times, it's like the shit that you get out of like a Polar Seltzer, like the plastic bottles. Like
TV static.
Yeah, TV static. Like it'll to the point where like you're full when you drink a glass of it.
Holy shit.
Yeah, which I like. Nuts. I prefer that. I drink LaCroix like a motherfucker. I love it. I don't buy LaCroix anymore now that I have that. But
I'm sorry. So, I don't know how you fucking like LaCroix. That's the embodiment of fucking TV static. Like how do you drink that shit?
I like it, I think. I really get off on like wasabi like in my food and horseradish. So I must have like some weird like sadomasochism of the mouth. But so okay. Yeah, let's talk best.
This could be a good relationship, Rob.
So wait, worst seltzered or carbonated thing
was either whiskey or pickle juice. Whiskey, I kind of knew it was going to be bad. Pickle juice, I thought I was going to love. I mean, that made sense to me that I would like pickle juice.
That sounds like it would be pretty good.
I drink pickle juice, but like carbonated, it sounds like it's just going to get better.
Yeah,
it didn't. I'll revisit that because I did use like a really weird brand of pickles.
do it over
Like
ice too. Like
yeah,
day.
absolutely. Yeah, I did pull it out of the fridge, but yeah, it was. Yeah, I want to revisit that one. But let's go whiskey. Whiskey's going to be the number one worst. Number one best. I'm tempted to say red wine, but I think I'm going to go with Gatorade. I think I'm going to go with blue Gatorade.
Is it just too salty?
The blue Gatorade too
salty
for you? No, it's perfect. It tasted like.
You're saying best. I was thinking worst. Yep, there we go.
So blue Gatorade tasted like if you ever went to like McDonald's as a kid and like mixed all the stuff on the gun. It was like that where you end up basically Powerade. Yeah, Schmushmad. It's basically Powerade is what you're tasting because that's like the strongest flavor out of it.
Yeah.
So it tasted like that. It was like a carbonated Powerade with Sprite, sort of a mix. Delicious.
Oh, wow.
Delicious.
Damn. You're giving me so many ideas now.
His new favorite's gonna be Juju.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm looking forward
I
to it.
really can't wait to see what you think of that because I've been wanting to try carbonated Juju for a long fucking time.
Well, that becomes my new thing. Like you've got like a real good selling point too. Like, G Fuel guy now is Juju guy. Like that's a that's a good selling point.
I'm just saying I was partnered with Juju before I quit content creation on a personal level. And they're like, you know what, Mav, we fucking love you. We're gonna continue sponsoring you with the podcast. I'm like, great, because I love Juju. I want to keep this going. And I've talked to them about so many things for selling because I have a business mind, right? That's why I saw what success I did see in content creation. I almost had them in like a chain of gas stations in my local area. Yeah, like it was wild. So if you are interested in pursuing anything with Juju, let me know. I will set you up with whoever you need to talk to for sure.
I'm ready to join your bottom up model, your inverted triangle.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You see, I'm at the bottom of this triangle right now. But if you join, I move up a little. You're the bottom, and all you gotta do is find 5 friends. Yeah, that's perfect. So I want to say I have an idea. Oh, continue. You tell me.
No. You sounded like you were gonna say something cool.
I was gonna say I have an idea for one of your next videos.
Okay.
I don't think you've done this yet. Granted, I only see what comes up on my FYP of you. Where's my? It's there. Ooh, it's out of focus. Like it. It's there. Okay, we're good. So, I see you're a Diet Coke man. Drinking.
I am. I don't know if you can hear me burping, but it's because it was room temp, and I just have an addiction. I couldn't wait for it to cool down. So
hey, I hear you. I drink Diet Coke and Dr. Pepper. They're like my two. Yeah. But I had a 2 liter Dr. Pepper that went flat, and I was like, fuck, it was such a waste. This was like mostly full, so I poured it in. I have a Schmoda Schmeem, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, will this fucking work if I like recarbonate my fucking soda right now? Is it gonna like save me this 2? And it did, and it was so good.
Really?
It was like way better. Yeah, because it was like extra fizzy.
Dude,
and I was like,
in my video, I took I took a can of Sprite, 2 cans of Sprite, popped them, left them in the fridge for 3 days. That was the experiment I did. I popped them in that thing. I pumped it. That thing came kicking like McDonald's Sprite. Wow. It was insane.
Next level. I'm telling you, if you like Dr. Pepper, which is not traditionally a heavy fizz soda.
No, that's what's making me think I would like it that way.
Do it. I'm saying take it, pour it into a cup, spin it until all the fizz comes out, and then do it.
You guys are giving me all sorts of ideas here.
It's so good. Imagine doing. Oh my God, Rob, hold on. I'm not trying to run your channel, but
but he's trying to run your channel.
I need some business tips.
A carbonated root beer float. Okay.
Is it not already carbonated?
But no, like
but because of the ice cream, it really calms it down.
You're gonna put it in and then carbonate it while they're both in.
So like blend it all together and make sure the ice cream is melted, then carbonate that shit.
Well, what you do is you spin it first so all the carbonation comes out of the soda so it doesn't overflow in the bottle, and then recarbonate it with that in there.
All right, new idea for your channel. I know you said I know you said you have to be really careful, but hear me out, okay?
Okay.
We have a thing called Mile High Thoughts with Mav.
Okay.
What if you all of a sudden just picture this.
Picture it.
the video starts and it just sees you just fucking blitzed, eyes red. We could tell, but you don't say anything.
Yeah.
And then you say something like, "I got an idea," and then you just do some wild shit.
Like nacho cheese and shit.
Oh, I'm just saying, it's worth a shot. People scroll through TikTok at like 2 or 3 in the morning when they're blitzed, and
all the time. All the time, and I'm like, God damn it, Taco Bell's closed here because I live in the boondocks.
Fuck, I gotta work in 3 hours.
Worse. Oh my God. We're gonna talk about Rob again. Rob, what is your future with your platform, your expansion? What do you see yourself doing? Are you going to continue doing espresso? Are you going to venture out into doing other things?
Great question. Yeah, so I have plans going forward. The espresso is going to stay, and I think like all of this stuff is going to keep building, right? I don't think I can ever really run out of content with the espresso, the soda maker, soon to be the ice stuff. I'm going to be incorporating recipes pretty soon here.
Oh, that's
cooking recipes, and then I want to do a Patreon. So I'm thinking for the Patreon, obviously I need content that is warranting people to feel the need to pay. So with that, I've considered a series. I don't know the name yet, something punny, but basically visiting serial killers on death row, what their last meal is, and then recreating that meal while we talk true crime. So, for example, John Wayne Gacy, his last meal was Kentucky Fried Chicken. So the first episode is going to be talking about John Wayne Gacy dressing up as a clown, handcuffing kids to his radiator, all that stuff. Meanwhile, we're trying to crack the KFC recipe in the video. And then at the end, we're eating his last meal. And we've talked true crime because that's what gets all the panties going. You know what I mean? They love that stuff. So... yeah, that's the idea for Patreon. Some series about recipes,
Yeah, is that like a long form thing you're talking about? Doing?
Yeah. So like my background is in like video production. So, I've done like I did a TV pilot. I've worked on things for like Netflix and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, Detroit has like a very small like TV movie scene. It's not what it was, but it's
not a car
there.
Scene though.
Yeah.
Or a house scene, or a water scene, or
that's Flint.
Sorry, my bad.
It's Metro Detroit anyway. So with that stuff, like it's high production value, high reward. You're getting like a 10 to 20 minute video out of that, and those are going to be dropping per month. And then on top of that, like a reward system, because I have so many people requesting stuff that is obviously if I'm making one video a day, the amount of requests I'm getting, I can't. I can't answer all those. So to help narrow it down, I'm thinking like the tier system could be the first tier, whatever price that is, the lower tier, you're allowed to vote on whatever the next week's video. You get one video a week that is part of this tier system, and it's early release on Patreon a week early. And you get to vote towards what that is. And then you have your next tier up, which is, a little bit more money, but you're allowed to select what those things are they're voting on the lower tier.
Oh,
so
that's cool.
You're
that's
not,
a good idea,
yeah. So rather than having to, be funneled into something someone else has chosen, you are the one choosing what people get to vote on. So, and it also kind of like creates this sort of competition to see, who's got a better idea. And I'm with that type of stuff where it's like a paid content thing, I'm much more willing to do those things that I wouldn't normally do. So like people are asking for like dirt or like chalk or whatever. But like if it's coming from that platform, I will find a way to make at least something that resembles dirt or something that is like an edible chalk, something where I can quantify it being edible and still meet the criteria of what they were asking for.
I like the engagement and involvement with your audience. That's a really important part that's going to keep propelling you forward.
Yeah, I love talking with people, like getting to know my audience so well because, first of all, there's so many people, I have so many people that are like, wow, you're famous on TikTok, because I follow people back all the time. And I'll do like a random census sometimes. There's so many people I follow that I've just clicked follow because like, who knows, you know what I mean? It's just like making sure I'm in touch with everybody. And so I'll have people reach out and be like, I've never had someone on TikTok that's famous reach out to me. And I'm like, first of all, famous is a very, very aggressive word for what I am. Because
I think you're famous.
I appreciate that, but realistically, like when you look at the scope of like what creators are, like viral is not what viral used to mean. Like I have a video that gets 2 million views. That's not viral anymore. Like I have one video that's actually viral, and that's tacos and sushi. That's the only video. You know what I'm talking about?
Sushi.
Yeah, and antidepressants. That's my one thing, because people know that from outside the platform. I'm working, so I do a lot of work with like schools and stuff. And like I'm assisting this one young videography student on his project. And he was like, well, what's your background? And I sent him my TikTok, and I was like, this is what I do right now. This is my portfolio of other works, as pilots I worked on. And he's like, holy shit, you're tacos and sushi guy. And I'm like, of course, that's the one thing you're gonna, anything I say is down the drain now. This kid's fucking, not listening. But that's viral. But like I had another video, like, 10 million views. That's not really even viral. People forget about that. Viral's like Damn Daniel, like fucking Backpack Kid, like that kind of stuff. That's
reverse theory.
Yeah, put it in reverse theory. Like if you can say it, not only can you quote it, the tone it was said in. Like that's that's something.
I was so pumped when I got when I was in personal content creation, I had 3 or 4 videos that hit over 1 million views.
Yeah,
and like during the whole thing, that's the best I did. And I'm like, holy fuck, this is awesome. And then I was talking to my daughter, who's 12, and she's like, Dad, that's not viral. I'm like, first of all, fuck you.
Well, to your point, what you had said is it used to be viral. Yeah. Now it's not. So my first video that hit, my first video that hit 1 million views on my personal account, I had people like that I knew personally, like reaching out to me on Facebook. They're like, hey, I saw this, because I didn't even post it on Facebook. The only place I posted was TikTok. It was me and my daughter protesting the DMR meta on the side of the road, and people were beeping at us and stuff. And because this was the height of COVID and everybody was playing Warzone.
Yeah.
So that I had people reaching out to me that people had taken my video from TikTok, put it on Reddit, put it on Facebook, put it on Instagram. I have people reach out to me like, hey, is that you? And I was like, yeah, I don't know how you saw that, but yeah, that is me. Especially, it would never happen with 1 million views.
Yeah, with my tacos and sushi video, like, because that's a faceless video, I'll have people send that to me being like, isn't this funny? And I'm like, like,
I'm very funny. You're right.
Thanks. Make sure to watch the whole thing a couple times and like it too. It's crazy. And then like, there's been so many people that like, one of the most insulting things is it's like, I post that video and I mean, it gets, 24 million views or something like that. And then somebody rips it, downgrades the quality, and then puts like a Snapchat thing over it that says us ready for World War III, and then reposts it. And it's like 100 million views on Instagram. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I guess a lower quality. Yeah, whatever. I don't mind. Honestly, I look at all of that as like, I never get upset when I see one of my videos stolen. Because it's just free exposure.
You're doing something right.
So there's this other thing.
Fucking pissed when that happens, man.
There's this other thing too, where like, I almost view the internet as like a free space in terms of like, if I'm putting it out there, it is no longer mine.
Yeah.
Because not only am I putting it out to a place where obviously it can be ripped, it can be screen recorded, whatever. It's a lot harder to screen record something on the TV than it is the computer or the phone, that kind of stuff, radio, whatever. It's very easy to make duplicates. But also, once you're out there and there's so many masses to be watching this on the internet specifically, it's not just you're breaking your echo chamber. You're getting people from all different walks of life, different opinions, whatever. And it becomes whatever their point of view of the video was. It doesn't matter what I was trying to say. If somebody thinks that the video I made is specifically talking about an issue that I wasn't even addressing, and enough people back that, that's what that video is about now. It doesn't matter that I made it that way. That's what it's about. And that's sort of that thing with like, with my content, with me making, espresso content. Like, sometimes I feel, ham-fisted into one style of content. But I have to realize, like, it's people that, like, this is the views are what drives me forward. The people enjoying my content. Like I've had actual people reach out to me and be like, "Hey man, your content is like my comfort thing. It's like I'm going through a rough time and I just wait for your videos to come out every day." And it's like that is to hear that from somebody is so incredible because it's like I've been there, you know? And I never thought that this would have been that for anybody. But like, damn it, if that's going to be the thing that gets me out to set up the camera that day, it's going to be the thing because like that's incredible to hear.
Can I be honest about something real quick?
No.
Yeah.
I can't wait until me and Teddy are at that point where we get those heartwarming comments. The stage we're at right now is...
Give it like 10 years.
Yeah, right? The stage we're at right now is people call me fat. They say we have white privilege.
Oh, I get this all the time. I got this one guy. I know who he is too, by the way. But he keeps going in all my comments and he keeps saying, "I want to oil you up." And it's every video. And for whatever reason, TikTok decides to show me his comments every time I log in. And it's probably because I keep clicking on him being like, "This motherfucker again." But it's like, "I want to oil you up." And I'm like, why does this keep going to the top of my comments? He posted this 10 hours ago.
I'm so sorry that I'm so sorry I keep writing that on all your videos. I do get a lot of likes when I comment on your videos. I do get a lot of likes on my stuff. So especially the tamale one, when I told you to grind up the powder and make tamales out of it.
That's on my list for the recipes. That's actually going to be. I forgot that was you who posted that, but like that's one of the first recipes I'm going to be doing.
Everybody that replied was like, "Oh, this guy's been to prison." I was like, "No, I'm just a chef."
That's a whole series. So that's a whole series I want to do too. Is
prison food?
Prison food, but you know how I took
what they make from the commissary?
I took Dollar Treats and I made it like I took shitty ingredients and I spent $70 on ingredients elsewhere to make it. Same idea for like prison food, right? So like if I want to make a prison pizza, how would a 5-star Michelin chef make a prison pizza with those ingredients? You know, it's in style, not type of ingredient.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I'm about that life. That sounds fun.
Hey, do you guys edit these?
Yes.
Yep.
You cut things out, like it's not a problem. It's like, okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure that this is gonna go well. It's not mirrored, is it?
No, you're good.
Okay, cool. So anyways, this is for the folks watching at home, but bummer.
Only
I wanted to give you something to use for your. I wanted to give you something to use for your promotionals.
I love it.
What a guy! What a fucking guy you are. So next up on our thing, so we talked about what you're planning for the future. Are you gonna keep doing? Well, I guess your Dollar Treats thing would just turn into like that Michelin stuff that we were just talking about.
So Dollar Treats, I've been funneling like other recipes into Dollar Treats. It gets so there. I'm friends with this guy. His name's Clint. He does poor man's comfort food. I don't know if you've ever run into his stuff on TikTok.
I have. Yes.
He's a great creator. I'm a big fan of his. Him and I have talked a few times, and he's got like a cookbook out now. He's really thriving. I'm so happy for him. But he's really got that because what I see is his audience loves this idea of it's achievable for me, right? He's actually giving them something that people that are struggling can recreate and make meals for their family for a very low budget. Whereas mine, I think my content is inherently inflammatory, everything about it, right? Because I'm taking something that you see and you have an expectation of, and then I'm turning it on its head. And that type of thing brings this sort of like classism feel to it that I think doesn't play well with certain people. And again, that brings us back to that thing where I was saying, like, it doesn't really become the message you were trying to say. It just sort of is how it's interpreted. Yeah. So with that, I've sort of stepped back from that and just sort of done just generic recipes and not try to make it about like, I've had people in the comments tell me like, hey, you know, you're wasting ingredients that other people need to buy. And like, I might not agree with that, but I can understand the sentiment, you know? Yeah. So rather than that, let's just work on some crazy recipes that people just enjoy seeing. And every once in a while, you know, that's kind of the point of this, like this exploration thing. Like every once in a while you find something that's like, holy shit, I need to try that. You know, banana espresso, carbonated, whatever, you know? So that's the idea, kind of pivoting towards, exploration, food science, test kitchen. I got really big news, and I don't know why I didn't share this earlier, but I have a freeze dryer on the way. I ordered it yesterday. A legit freeze dryer.
Hell yeah. I was actually thinking about that today. I was like, if you had that, you could grind pulverized stuff into espresso. That's why I got it, but that's going to be its own series as well. Is like
Can we freeze dry a pork chop? What's that gonna be like? You know, stuff like that.
Hell yeah, that's all. Because I've seen you did freeze dried candy once.
A few times, yeah. I've run a few. I actually, so like I have like an emergency stash also of TikTok videos that if I become ill or have a life event go on that I need to continue, because I made this resolution where like I want every day a video to come out. Yeah. So I have this emergency stash, and like one of the emergency videos is freeze-dried sour Skittles, and it's a fine video. It's not maybe my greatest, but it's content for the sake of content. I'm looking forward to the day that I can replace that in the emergency stash, so I can finally post that.
That's fair play. Yeah. Matt, what do you got? I feel like
I have a couple of layovers, and I have some interesting coffee facts and laws.
Yeah. Okay.
I know
cool.
we didn't
we're
want
gonna go into our next phase. About what? What?
I mean, laws about coffee. I know we didn't want to really hone in on the coffee thing, but I found these super interesting. So, give me 1 second here. No.
This is dead air, guys. What the fuck?
This is why we edit.
Way to make it awkward.
This is why we edit, baby.
All right, so here's the thing. Okay, our first layover tonight, and my only layover, is going to be in Frankfurt, Germany. Okay.
Okay.
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag, Friday.
Wait, I'm out of the loop here. What's going on?
So I used to do this character when I wasn't streaming, but I'd be playing Warzone with Maverick, where I'd be Klaus. And I'd just be playing, and I'd go full mic into the game, and I'd just be, yes, we're going to kill you with
So this is the layover is
in Frankfurt, Germany,
yes.
which is
okay.
The German.
No, but like, what's the layover? Is this a segment?
So layovers are what we do for like if something happens, like current events or like funny stories that happen in specific places. We try to keep it.
Because we're on a fucking plane right now. Okay.
So you remember? Yeah, of course. You remember at the beginning of the episode where you told me I was your second choice for your first guest. This is me now admitting to me not watching your podcast before coming on it. So we're even now. We're even.
Most people don't.
To be fair, though, you were always meant to be a guest. Just.
Yeah, you were the first two, because the only reason there was another guest is because it was trying to be a football themed episode, and he's like a larger football content creator who I used to play with a long time ago, and it just fell through. That's the only reason, because it was themed.
Yes,
I love it. I'm busting your balls. I am so honored to be on here.
I don't fucking believe you.
He's a shit. Juju. Fuck you guys. God damn it. I'm just in it for the goddamn Juju.
Anyways, cut to layover in Frankfurt, Germany.
Yes.
Rob, if I had to ask you the Guinness World Record for chugging coffee, what would you think the answer would be?
How much coffee? That's important.
Like, my question is it by time? Is it by volume? Like,
by time, and they don't give a volume amount. I'm gonna guess like a standard, like an 8-ounce cup is probably what I'm
So how many cups?
Okay, so it's obviously very, very fast. If you're saying it's 8 ounces, it's like probably 0.4 seconds.
Maybe it's not 8 ounces. Maybe I just fucked this whole thing up. I don't know. They didn't give me volume. I don't know what to tell you. Okay.
Okay.
Frankfurt, Germany, January 16th. A German man broke a Guinness World Record when he downed a cup of coffee in 3.12 seconds. Now, 3.12 seconds doesn't seem like a very fast time, but this is a fresh, hot cup of coffee. Can you imagine doing that? Because I can't imagine doing that.
I bet I could beat that coffee.
You said you were. Can you say it again? Your mouth masochism thing. That might be up your alley.
That might be something. I'm just thinking, like, if Guinness World Record is on the line, like, I'll deal with the burns for a day.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? Like,
maybe it's time to make another fucking video and take that fucking record.
Can I call?
You should do a Guinness one,
dude. You should.
Yeah, if it's 3.4 seconds.
3.12 seconds.
3.12. I can beat that by I think by a full second.
Yeah,
you know.
He's very confident, folks. You heard it right now.
I'm very dogmatic.
How confident he is.
Yeah. I have a problem with dogma, but like I swear to God, I can fucking beat this guy.
What the hell is a fucking piece of shit? I swear to God, I'll put him in.
You tell me a crowd can out drink coffee from a Dago? What are you talking about?
Oh fuck me.
Consider it done. Then I want to see that video next fucking week, pal. Okay.
Yeah. Well, let me get in contact with Guinness if they're gonna book it for me. Yeah, let's do it.
Oh yeah.
I don't even know how to contact Guinness, but I think it's worth looking into. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. There's so many stupid Guinnesses out there. It's like, how many pieces of bubble gum can you chew at once? It's like the record's like 90, and I'm like, dude, that was a child. Let's do this. Like,
this sounds way too easy.
I'm looking forward to the video then. But that's the only layover we had. A man breaks a Guinness World Record in Frankfurt.
You had.
Yeah, that's the only one I had. My bad.
So my layover is going to be in Scotland. This is the Fire Festival of Scotland. You guys know Fire Festival?
Yes.
What happened on the island? Maverick.
Oh, I know what you're about to talk about.
You do, don't you? It's all over TikTok.
Dude, I almost dressed up like the Oompa Loompa.
Oh my God.
I swear to God, I was looking at green wigs the other day and it wouldn't be here in time, but I was going to dress up like her and just show up with the green wig and the... Okay, anyways, I'm almost favorite thing.
No, you're good. Maverick, so what happened in Scotland is, you know how like they have themed things in the US where like you can go to like, it's like a traveling show, but it'll be like Jurassic Park theme. You take your kids, like it's an immersive dinosaur experience, right? And they go from town to town. This was that in Scotland, but Willy Wonka themed. And when they charged $46 US to do this per person, per ticket. Okay. And then when they got there, it was like an almost empty warehouse with like, just like taped to the wall, like pictures of like Willy Wonka's factory. They have like one little statue in this corner and a little statue over here. The guy who played Willy Wonka was supposed to be an Oompa Loompa, and they were just last minute like, "You're Willy Wonka, bro." And it is the worst thing you've ever seen.
There's been so much news coming out about
it's
that.
It's great.
So, do you know about like the whole script for that walkthrough was written by AI? The entire thing was developed by AI. Nobody did any research. There was this thing where there's this character called the Unknown, and it's a man in a curly black wig with a gray mask and a cloak, and he's hiding behind mirrors, and he's like, and the guy, Willy Wonka, is going like, "This is the unknown," and kids are screaming and crying because it's terrifying as an adult. So we looked up the script to find out what this was, because like, where is this? Not even in Roald Dahl's book is there an unknown. So the AI just was like the equivalent of an AI going like, "I don't know." They wrote that there's an evil chocolate maker living in the walls of Willy Wonka's chocolate factory named the Unknown, and he is his greatest nemesis. So like they had this Greek dude dress up and they're like, "It's the Unknown," and he just comes out and shakes his head and the kids fucking cry.
Yeah, it has zero anything to do with actual Willy Wonka.
Yeah, they got one jelly bean and a quarter cup of juice included with their ticket. There's a video of the Oompa Loompa like pouring one jelly bean into the kid's hand, and he's just like, "Really?"
It is astounding.
Yeah.
All right. Next, I don't have. Those are my only layovers as well. Actually, no, I do have another layover. This is gonna touch on the coffee thing, and we won't keep going into coffee stuff, but so this is gonna be a layover in Southeast Asia, no specific area. This is gonna be talking about the most expensive coffee to exist. Do we know what that is?
Yes, it's the fucking feces one.
Yeah,
right? The poop.
This might be a thing for you to do, Rob. It might be expensive.
It's a crowdfunding thing, yeah.
Yeah, it's called the Kopi Luwak. So what happens is this type of cat, possum, rodent thing will eat the coffee beans off the plant in Southeast Asia and then poop them out. And then there's something in the enzymes of its stomach and bowels where it like eats away all the bitterness of the coffee and it turns into like almost like a chocolate flavored coffee.
Yeah, I'm working on something like that with my fiance right now. Give it a week.
And I don't have.
Wait. Is she gonna poop out coffee beans for you?
Yeah. It's supposed to taste like chocolate.
This is
curry, depending on
Patreon.
This is behind closed doors, buddy. This is just for me.
This is what she signed up for. So, let's see. A small pack of it's like unofficial.
Something like an ounce or something, 2 ounces.
We're gonna see. We're gonna do this one here is $200.
Holy shit!
Yeah, it's fucking expensive.
It's on sale for $200. It's on sale for $200, and it is 8 ounces of dried coffee bean.
8 ounces is a decent amount.
They say the typical price on average is $600 a pound.
There you go.
From
That's crazy.
My research that I recently did. Can you imagine paying that much?
No, I don't have that. Who has that?
$600 a pound?
Shouldn't be that.
I would like 1 ounce of this poop coffee, please.
Speaking of the money side of this, the global coffee industry in 2023 reported a earnings of just shy of $500 billion.
You know where the most coffee is
I made up 200 of that.
You made up 200 of that?
$200, yeah.
The most coffee is made in Brazil.
Yeah, second to, or the second place one is actually Brazil makes twice as much as them, if you could imagine. I don't know the specific numbers, but second place is Vietnam. Brazil makes twice as much as them. Yeah. That's a lot of fucking coffee.
Oh,
what about Colombia? Isn't everything like Colombian coffee?
Not even in the top 3.
Okay.
Everywhere makes coffee now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, even the United States, if you could believe it.
Crazy. They do that in like Portland and stuff.
Yeah.
Like West Coast. So yeah, that was my last layover. I have some like fun fact food stuff if you guys want to go into it.
Love it. Let's do it.
Yeah, we have a little bit more time.
You know, guys, summer 2024. You guys ready for the best thing to happen?
No.
Choco tacos are coming back, baby.
Wait, really?
Choco tacos will return the summer of 2024.
I'm getting Choco tacos.
Like officially? They're not like some third party?
No. Official Choco tacos are coming back. But on the flip side, guys, we are at the end of an era, okay? It's now official that 41 locations of Outback Steakhouse, Carrabba's, and Bonefish Grills have closed. We're on the downtrend, people. We're on the downtrend. We saw
it's the end of days.
We were the height of Outback Steakhouse when we were young. Now,
have either of you seen the Cheesa from KFC?
No.
It was my opportunity for some food facts. It's called the Cheesa. I just had it. It's a piece of chicken that they build a pizza on top of.
From where is this from?
KFC.
KFC.
Yeah, so they take a piece of fried chicken and then they cheese and sauce and pepperoni and they just hand it to you like an animal, and it's incredible.
I mean,
I
want it, but I don't want my blood pressure to be that high.
Well, so the way it's spelled is pretty gross. It's spelled like Chizza, and that brought up the conversation that I felt that we needed to bring back the word jizz as a verb, because not as a noun, but like as a
an action. Yes.
Yeah, like could you imagine in the bedroom, like you're making babies when you say that?
Oh yeah, we jizzing, baby.
I'm jizzing. Yeah.
Get you that.
Lonely Island, they had it right.
Sing it. I want to hear it.
I can't. Had sex, and it felt so good.
Yeah. Felt so good.
It's a copyright problem for me. I've signed, Columbia Records. What are you gonna do?
So, I got a fun fact here. Teddy Roosevelt reportedly coined Maxwell House's slogan.
What is it?
That's part of waking up is
Folgers. Yeah,
that's Folgers.
No, yeah,
I know. I'm fucking with it. I know.
More in the nature of a bathtub. I've never even heard of that.
Didn't he get stuck in a bathtub?
What?
Our nation's 26th president loved coffee so much that one of his sons described his custom cup as more in the nature of a bathtub.
Okay.
In 1907, visiting Andrew Jackson's former estate, the commander-in-chief supposedly dubbed a cup of Maxwell House "good to the last drop." That's the catchphrase.
So my coworker today looked at me and he said, "You have Teddy Roosevelt teeth," which I was like really taken aback by. And then he pulled up a picture of Teddy Roosevelt going, and I was like, "Holy shit, I have his teeth."
I'm googling
Type in Teddy teeth. Teddy Roosevelt teeth.
Oh God.
And then
let's see.
Here, I'll be waiting here.
Yep.
Images.
It's like top search.
Oh God.
Yeah, because he looked it up today.
Oh God. Yeah, you do. Fuck.
I know. I have
do it one more time. You do. That's fucking wild, dude.
I know, which was like really out of the left field, but man, he nailed it.
He did nail it.
I gotta respect a good burn.
Specific burn. Yeah.
I respect it. I have no other option. That was
you really don't have anything to come back to that too. Like
no.
You've won, fair enough.
Yeah. What do you want? I'm not gonna protect a bear.
I have one more fun fact about coffee.
Okay.
I kind of went off the rails about coffee. I was just excited. I love coffee, first of all. Did you know? First off, do you guys like Dunkin'? Everyone loves Dunkin'.
No.
Do you guys like Dunkin'?
No.
Oh, fuck. Well, this is a
Go
bad
ahead.
time to
Go
say
on.
thank you to Dunkin' Donuts for sponsoring the podcast.
I mean,
I said
they're
I
as
love
good as Juju.
Yeah, I love Dunkin'.
You can order coffee 25,000 different ways at Dunkin' Donuts.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Did you even know that?
I mean-
Because I didn't.
That makes sense because like you got small, medium, large, and then I'm assuming they're counting like up to 20 creams and up to 20 sugars each individual, like whatever the factorial of that
That's
is.
a lot of different ways. 25,000? Like,
Yeah, but like
I mean-
when you look at it, it's probably like 15 different ingredients factorized, like math wise. I don't know. I'm not a math guy, but like I've been shocked before when someone's like, "Oh yeah, did you know that there's like more combinations that a deck of cards can be in than there are grains of sand on the earth?" And it's like, what? And they're like, yeah, mathematically that makes sense.
there are more
You know,
galaxies.
that kind of shit blows my
There are
mind.
more galaxies in, outer space than there are grains of sand on the Earth. But that's another episode. Do you know that?
Bring me back. I'll do my best Carl Sagan impression.
You know what? We might have to bring you back. You have been a fucking riot today. Let me just say.
Oh, thank you.
So our last thing that we're gonna go over is just some weird food combinations, and you're gonna tell me if you'd smash or pass.
I love
All
it.
right.
Can I answer too?
Yeah, whatever. I don't give a
Okay,
shit.
I'll let Rob answer first.
Okay.
I just like to be included.
Cheetos and
I thought
milk.
it was just you.
Ugh.
Cheetos and milk pass.
Cheetos and milk, and you eat it like cereal.
Pass.
These are
absolutely.
actual food
Wait,
combinations.
what
that
kind of
people do.
Cheetos though? That matters.
You
Regular
probably
talking
prefer
Flamin' Hot?
regular. Maybe.
Flaming hot.
That would. You know what? I'd smash. That reminds me of macaroni and cheese.
Are
Well,
you ready?
okay, I get it.
Peanut butter pickle sandwich.
Pass.
Smash.
Ooh, smash, and then a pass for you,
Yes,
Maverick.
100%
You're
pass.
uncultured.
Teddy, do me a favor,
Frosted-
real quick.
What?
Back up so I can fucking
There you
edit
go.
you properly. You piece
Listen,
of
man,
shit.
I'm very roasted right now. Okay, you're lucky I'm functioning at this point.
Back up.
Frosted Flakes and cheese.
Pass.
I'll smash.
Yes,
Do I have to put the milk in?
Wait. My mom makes cheesy potatoes with frosted
Yeah,
flakes in
dude.
it.
That's the shit.
Yeah, smash. Absolutely smash.
That's some good stuff.
Yeah.
Peanut butter and jelly sandwich with Doritos.
Oh, I
Smash.
do that on the daily. Smash.
Yeah, smash.
Who doesn't fucking put chips on their sandwiches, first of all? If you don't, you're a fucking
Peanut butter and
lunatic.
jelly sandwich.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine.
With
I
That
like
makes
Doritos.
no fucking difference. It might be a Midwest thing.
Yeah.
Rob, you're on the same page as me.
Yeah, smash. Absolutely.
Salt and pepper on apple slices.
Smash.
You know, I saw a recent episode of a podcast. I can't remember which one. I think it was the Basement podcast. And they were doing salt and pepper on banana slices. Same principle. And
You ever
it would be weird, but I think I'd smash that.
like salted watermelon? That's great.
That
Yes.
I would 100%.
Yes.
Peanut butter onion sandwich.
Pass.
Pass.
No business. No business.
Oreos dipped in orange juice.
I heard that was really good, actually.
I'll pass.
I'll try it. I mean, I'd
could
smash
see
it, but I'll
makes
try
sense.
it.
It makes sense. I just not for me.
Then soy sauce on vanilla ice cream.
Pass.
Smash.
Pass. But I'm also vanilla when it comes to food for the most part, so
Yeah. And lastly, grape jelly on scrambled eggs.
smash.
Smash for a very specific reason. My
Please tell
mom
me.
used to make me. She used to make me birthday eggs. She called it, and I thought this was a thing everybody did. So I was like talking about it in elementary school, like, "Hey, do you have your birthday eggs today?" But it was just scrambled eggs with sprinkles on it, and it was great. But like sweet eggs actually works. And then I learned a really harsh lesson in second grade that not everybody has birthday eggs.
Damn,
That's
I'm gonna go make
sad.
some
It
birthday
was
eggs.
a taste of reality.
When I make
So-
breakfast, my daughter, I usually make scrambled eggs, biscuits and gravy with some
Oh,
fried
yeah.
potatoes. She'll put all of it in a bowl and then mix it with grape jelly, or she'll do like some weird mixture of shit.
That's really specific to what
it all goes to the same place. I'd smash. 100%.
I put grape jelly on Scrapple. I don't know if you guys have
Dude,
Scrapple.
I want to try Scrapple so bad. Please,
Scrapple?
if anybody is seeing this and you live in that area that Scrapple exists, please mail it to me.
You want me to mail it to you?
If you can, do it, but I don't want to put you in that position. But I want
missionary.
Scrapple so bad.
Yeah.
I want Scrapple so bad, dude. I know I'd love it.
I'll see if there's a way for me to like freeze dry ship it to you or something.
Well, there's like there's little ice packs, and if you ship it, it should be fine. I know it's a lunch meat; it's preserved.
It's not a lunch meat. It's organ meat with oats.
Wait. Can we play a quick game real quick?
Yeah.
Can we play? Yeah. Okay. Because I get into this conversation all the time with my fiance. So I want you to tell me if it needs to be refrigerated or not refrigerated.
Oh, I
will
love
tell
this.
you
Let's do it.
for a fact if it does.
Exactly. I also worked in the food service industry, so I know what this is. Chili oil.
I don't know what that is.
Refrigerated.
Yep.
I refrigerate mine, but that's because I like it cold on top of hot things.
Me too.
Me. Yeah.
People called me out when they saw it in my fridge, and they were like, "You don't have to refrigerate that." And I was like, "Oh yeah, you're right."
You technically don't, but I like it cold.
Yeah.
On like if you put it in like hot noodles, I'm like, ooh, perfect. Yeah.
Ketchup.
Ketchup needs to be refrigerated.
Too much sugar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mustard.
Refrigerated.
Mustard doesn't need to be refrigerated.
No, the pH is too low.
It's super vinegary.
Yeah. What happens if you refrigerate it? Because I refrigerate my fucking mustard.
It can last longer.
I think it tastes better cold.
If it burps when you open it, it's you've gone too far. But yeah,
my wife got shot in the face with ketchup at a restaurant one time when she opened it up.
It's funny. I shot my wife in the face with something completely different, but that's another episode.
Another man's wiener.
I watched him on the face in Detroit.
Oh shit, that's not.
Jeez.
Yeah. Anyways,
that took a turn.
It's just what you grow up with. Mayonnaise.
Refrigerated.
Mayonnaise. You probably don't technically have to. I would refrigerate.
There's egg.
You know, so I work in the security sector. I do automated gate systems.
Okay. And a lot of Mayo crime.
Well, I do a lot of residential, and I went to this house of this lady, and she pulled out something cold from the fridge for me to drink while I was working there, and I saw mayonnaise that had expired like 6 fucking years ago, and she was still eating it.
No,
it's probably just sitting there.
I mean, it was separated as fuck.
One time. Yeah, she probably wasn't eating it. I had to clean out my grandma's pantry one time.
6 fucking years, dude.
Stuff expired before my grandma died.
Come on,
and I was like, Jesus Christ, man.
She actively lived there 6 fucking years, and you're not eating that? What are you doing with that?
They're oblivious sometimes. I don't know.
Mayonnaise free. Maybe it was her husband, and he
could have been. He could have been.
Anyway, last one.
The mayonnaise got him.
Butter.
Butter, you don't have to refrigerate.
No. But well, it depends on. So if we're talking spreadable, like the fake
margarine.
Butter, yeah, I put that in the fridge.
You don't
actually. We put all of our shit in the fridge, but I like leaving a stick out so it's easily spreadable.
So I got this like Butterbell for Christmas.
Yeah. I love a Butterbell.
Yeah, man, that's a game changer.
Cool.
It's like a water seal around your butter, but it builds up a funk if you leave it a little too long. But you just scrape off the funk.
Oh, are you buying Kerrygold or are you buying like?
Oh, dude, I'm buying Presidente. I'm past Kerrygold at this point. Kerrygold is my cooking butter now. I'm onto some shit where like I've got my threading butter and I've got my cooking butter, and like Kerrygold has now moved down to cooking butter. I'm on Presidente or like Fleur de Sal for my spread and butter.
Oh, from France.
I spend fucking money on my butter now.
Can you just fucking save some chicks for the rest of us? Jesus.
I'm taking. I'm the gayest husband you'll ever meet.
I don't know. My wife might fight you over that comment. She's really suspicious of me.
You know what? Yeah. Now that you mentioned that, Ashley's pretty concerned about mine and Teddy's relationship. So
yeah, that's true. I've seen his butthole.
Yeah,
I've seen his prison pocket.
Yeah. That's just a good friend.
You just look into the eye of God and you go, there is meaning to life. Yeah. Chocolate eye. All right, guys. Please, Rob, before we get off, plug your socials. If you have anything coming up, if you want people to know things, what are they?
Absolutely. If you've got any sort of dangerous material, you can mail it to me. irs.gov is my email. You guys can find me. I'm in every state. But send me all the dangerous stuff you got. No. Okay, I'm Robbfilms on TikTok. I'm Rob's Films on Instagram. I'll soon have a Patreon. Rob with 2 B's, by the way. We didn't get into this, but my first account got banned because I made a jerk-off joke. But Rob with 2 B's, Rob's Films, Rob's Films. on Instagram and TikTok. I'll have a Patreon very soon. Probably a YouTube coming up pretty quickly too. I'm more active on TikTok than I am on Instagram, but man, you can find me in both places.
Sorry.
X, bro. Oh,
I should. I don't know what. We'll talk later about the benefits of that, but man, I can't stand it. That's who I am, guys. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, thank you for being here with us.
Dude, it was a blast. Seriously, we'll have to have you on again for sure.
Thank you for blessing us with your presence, being our first guest here. It's just, Rob, I love you so much. You're the man. You're a great dude. I love your videos. You're hilarious.
Thank you.
Rob, I'm going to be honest. I don't know you well enough to say that I love you, but it's close.
That's okay. We'll see how I feel about the juju, and then we can use the L word.
Well, we can just continue to converse after this and just, take things to the next step,
All right, thank you to our sponsor, Juju, our official sponsor. You guys are the best. We're going to be coming in here for a landing, so please make sure all your tray tables and seats are in their upright and locked position. Thank you for flying with 2 pilots, 1 cockpit on episode 12. And remember, everybody, don't drink and drive, smoke and fly. Bye.